What's up, YouTube? So y'all want to know more about how to get carriers and how to get popping as a dispatcher? Let's talk about it. A little hype, but that's okay because I'm excited. I love telling y'all how to get started as a dispatcher, freight broker, or do anything in the trucking and the real estate industry. So for this video, we're going to do a part 2 on how to get carriers as a dispatcher, and we're going to dive into some truths about actually acquiring those carriers. So recap from last video, we talked about getting carriers by networking, marketing, selling your dispatch services to carriers that you could potentially meet at a truck stop or just by knowing someone. And we also talked about going to the FMCSA website and getting carriers from their registry also. I wanted to show y'all how my flyer looks. I printed off a flyer for you guys so you could see. I do not have any courses or any training on how to make the flyers. However, if you want my help, I always put my email below, and you can just contact me, reach out to me, and I'll help you guys make a flyer. I'll make all of my flyers in Canva. So if need be, I could try to send you a link on how to make it. However, I do offer a self-paced dispatch course that will be launching on July 15th. You can now go to my website, www.bqoat.com, and register to be on that waiting list or pre-order your course. It is, like I said, it's a self-paced course, and it'll give you everything you need to know to start being a dispatcher. After that course, I feel like you shouldn't have any questions. And if you do, my contact information will be there so you can reach out and get all the help that you need to be successful as a freight dispatcher. And I also offer courses for freight broker and owner operator or anything in the trucking industry. So another way you could get carriers is you can create an account on Indeed.com. And you'll create an account as an employer and then create a job listing. So here's my job posting on Indeed.com. I've got my company information in there, what I'm willing to potentially make for that specific carrier, full-time, part-time, or contract. Because I don't want this post to expire, I have an ongoing need to fulfill, an ongoing need to bring in carriers. We discussed schedule availability and my job description. In my job description, I basically just put on Indeed what I have in my flyer. The same thing, what I specialize in, what I work with, the type of support I provide, and then I leave my contact information for them to call me just in case they don't want to submit an application through Indeed. I do have certain requirements in there that they must meet to fulfill the need that I'm looking for in a carrier. And then also I have a weekly budget set up so that my job posting can be in other areas other than local on the Indeed website. So that's how I do my Indeed post. And again, that's just another way for you to be able to get carriers as a dispatcher. But it's really a lot of trial and error. And I got a comment on my last post that people don't really tell the truth about how long it takes to get a carrier. Well, the truth is, it's not an overnight process, but I told y'all that in the first video. Being a dispatcher is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not anything like that. It's very time-consuming. It's very tedious work, and it takes a lot of hard work and dedication because you have to have attention to detail when you're working with these carriers. They just want to get on the road and drive to collect the miles so they can have a nice paycheck at the end when they deliver the load. Your job is to negotiate good rates for them, make sure they're not dealing with iffy brokers. Don't force them on loads that they don't want to take. Streamline all of their processes as far as carrier package setups with brokers, factoring, tracking their trucks, making sure they're on schedule, they have the downtime that they need, working with their invoices and just giving them the support that they need that they can do while they're out there trying to deliver and pick up loads. So again, getting a carrier is not an overnight process. I mean, it's a lot of cold calling, the same as being a freight broker. It's a lot of cold calling. You're gonna get a lot of no's or a lot of I'm new to this, I'm not ready to set up. And just because their authority is new or they're on the FMCSA website doesn't mean that they're ready to be a carrier or that they have all their ducks in a row for you to be their dispatcher. So getting a carrier sometimes could take weeks, 2 months. It just depends on how hard you work for it and how much you put into networking and selling your dispatch services. It's not an easy thing, and it's just like any other job. And that's why I tried to explain in the first video that it's not a get rich quick scheme. Can you make a lot of money from it? Yes. But it takes a lot of hard work and dedication. I'll continue to try to keep giving you tips and tricks on how to get carriers and just how to make your process easier as a dispatcher. If you're having trouble getting carriers or you feel like it's taking you too long, feel free to reach out to me. I always put my email and contact information in the description box. Don't be a stranger. I'm here to help you. That's why I'm trying to constantly make these YouTube videos so it'll be easier for you. So let's recap. To get carriers, you can network and pass out flyers. Here's a sample of my flyer, and I'll hold it up for a minute just in case you want to screenshot it and copy it. That is the flyer that I pass out. That is the flyer that I put into my goodie bags along with a business card that looks the exact same way with, of course, less information. You can go into the FMCSA website and look at their registry for new authorities that were just created. You can reach out to them, which is cold calling. And you can also create a job listing on Indeed. Another thing you can do also is go on Facebook and social media websites and begin to advertise your dispatch services. Create a digital flyer and begin to post it. Join dispatch groups on Facebook. Join groups where there are freight brokers, because as freight brokers, we work with dispatchers. We give them loads to give to their carriers. So join those groups as well. You can get a lot of information from TikTok, and then just remember to continue to network. And I always want to make sure that you're encouraged. If this is something you really want to do, continue to do it. Continue to work hard at it. Like I said, it's not a get rich quick scheme. You don't build a dispatching business overnight. It takes a lot of hard work. You may get your carrier the first time you reach out and try to talk to someone or call a person, and you may not. Just learn to accept rejection, because there probably will be a lot of no's until you get that first yes. And just make sure you're good at paying attention to detail and you're ready to dispatch for someone when you get your first yes, because you don't want to ruin it and then not get any other carriers. So just make sure you're ready when you're jumping out there to be a dispatcher. Like, subscribe, and comment so you can stay updated when I drop new videos. You can also sign up for my self-paced dispatch course that I'll be dropping on July 15th. You can go and pre-order it, or you can get on the waiting list to be able to purchase it as soon as it releases. And also, thank you guys for tuning in. The next video will be going over the load boards, and we'll probably recap on how to get carriers as well. Thanks for tuning in.